Hi beautiful people, welcome back to the channel. My name is Ayoola. If you're seeing my video for the very first time, welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, you already know you're an answer to prayers. Thank you for always coming back. So this is 2 years, I think 2 years after my very first viral video, which is my how to make Zobo video. A lot has happened in 2 years, a lot of improvements. In fact, you can see it's a new kitchen, right? And a lot of questions have happened in 2 years. My goodness, I have had so many questions on that video that I love you all. I'm trying to respond, but sometimes it just be overwhelming. You get, and I thank you for all the love. So this video is more like an upgraded Zobo video, and honestly, I'm going to add a little bit of spice to this. Some things are the same, some things have really changed, and that's all you're going to get to see in this video. Things that have changed, things that are the same, and things that will just help you spice up your business. So, and that thing is, at the end of this video, I'm going to be showing you how I make Zobo Popsicle. So Popsicle is like the new thing now, both in Nigeria and in diaspora. So don't think it's because I'm in the US. Anyways, Zobo Popsicle is very easy to make. It's basically making Zobo. It's just that you have like packs that you put it in. And I just want to add that to this video as a bonus point to anybody that has come back to watch this particular upgraded Zobo video. Enjoy watching the video, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Yeah, have fun. I love you. See me kissing as if I'm not still coming back to continue voiceover. Ladies and gentlemen, you already know we don't do basic here. So first things first, you wash a small portion of your hibiscus flower leaf, that's the Zobo leaf, and I'm just going to boil it. That's exactly what's going on here. The juice from the water I'm boiling, the Zobo I'm boiling on the fire, is for the fruit I need to blend. So disclaimer, I already peeled my pineapple earlier and I already juiced it. So that's what is in the bottle over there, the juice and the shaft of the pineapple. So pineapple is the only thing you're not going to be seeing me doing in this video, because I did it a day before or 2 days before and I didn't get to record that part. But if you don't know about what's happening, you could check on my old Zobo video for more details. I do not blend my fruits with ordinary water. I always make an effort. What is worth doing at all is worth doing well. So I make an effort to boil them with Zobo juice, just a little, about a handful of Zobo juice and Zobo leaf, and you just boil it. And the juice, you use the juice to blend the fruits, so your fruit or your Zobo does not look watery. Specifically for people in diaspora, Zobo leaf here is actually very light. It's not as deep, as in the color is not as deep as what we have back in Nigeria or in our African countries. So if you are in the US or Canada or anywhere else, I suggest you try this method so that your Zobo does not look too light. So we are going into the cucumber. I've decided to do some other kind of juice, so look forward to those content on my channel. Green juice, and that's why I bought a lot of cucumber, a whole box. Although I'm making Zobo in large quantity, like you all know, I still sell Zobo to my church member here and some other people that just place order. I sell Zobo to them, so I'm making a large quantity. So if you want to learn how to make Zobo in large quantity, this is the video you should be watching. I'm going to do some other green juice, and you just keep tabs. Definitely turn on the notification bell on this channel. There's a lot of things coming your way. So I use salt to wash my cucumber because I'm not going to be peeling off the back. So if you choose to peel off the back, that's fine, but I don't see the point since I'm still going to blend it anyways. So I'm just going to use salt. I think salt is one of the best things to use to wash anything. I use salt to rinse it, and that's my dates looking beautiful. So to everybody that's asked me about dates, that said, oh, in that video you didn't use any sugar, you didn't use any preservative, here you go, I have dates in this particular video. And if you decide to use sugar, all well and good. Sugar is also very much allowed, sugar and other kind of preservative, but I personally don't use preservative, so you don't expect me to show you any. So if that's what you're here for, I'm sorry, babes. I don't use preservative. Anyways, this is an upgraded Zobo class. I think I should start charging for these classes. What do people think? Let me know in the comment section. What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? Anyways, I still use salt to wash the ginger, and I'm not using too much ginger because people in the diaspora, most of them don't really like our level of ginger back in Nigeria. So this is a know your customer thing. If your customer love it spicy, make more, put more ginger. And ginger is not something I can give you people quantity on, although I try to give some people quantity, but honestly, it's to taste. What do you think is appropriate? I can't measure ginger for you, but yeah, I'm just going to wash it. I'm not peeling off the back of the ginger. Like I said, I don't see the point. I'm still going to blend them and squeeze out the juice, so there's no point. That's why I take my time to wash them properly before dicing them. So guys, what has been going on? My channel has been doing so bad these days, but I'm thanking God. God has been coming through for me. Anyways, see, our Zobo juice is ready, the one I want to use to blend the fruit, but unfortunately the fruit is not ready. So the other time I told you that you can do Zobo for 2-3 days, cut your fruits one day, blend them the next day, make your Zobo the next day. But on this particular account, this was a Saturday, I was stressed and I had to deliver on Sunday, so I didn't have the luxury of cutting all this down a day or two before. So I am working on the go. So while the Zobo juice cools down, the one I want to use to blend, I took out my time to cut the cucumbers, to cut the ginger, to cut the watermelon. So these oranges you are seeing here, for people that have always been asking me what kind of fruits can I use, what kind of fruits can I not use, honestly, you can use any fruits for Zobo so long as you want it. The most important thing in these fruits are the vitamins, that they carry. So trust me, you can explore. I've heard, can I use apples? Yes. Can you use orange? Yes. Can you use this? Yes. Just so long as it's something that can go down your throat and they are healthy fruits, you can use it. Unfortunately, my Zobo juice didn't cool down perfectly, but as I said earlier, I was in a rush. So if your blender is not as strong as mine, please ensure that your Zobo juice cool down before you use it to blend the fruits. I'm just going to go right ahead and blend these fruits. I would be using orange here, but there are some kind of oranges that tends to be bitter back in Nigeria. And if you drink the orange and you think it's bitter, my love, make sure you don't use it so that your Zobo don't turn bitter. I don't think it's rocket science, and I don't think you need to do it. If you want to, fine. If not, fine. I'm moving straight to boiling the Zobo. As I said, I don't have time for prepping. I'm just going to be putting all this shaft. So people that have asked me, do you blend the fruits before you boil it with the Zobo? Yes, I do. I blend the fruits, sieve the juice, then put the shaft in the Zobo I'm about to boil. I just put the pineapple back, so don't throw your pineapple back away. It's very useful. It also still has flavor and vitamins that can help your Zobo be nutritious. I'm just going to be putting enough Zobo leaf that I think is appropriate for this particular pot of Zobo for the first boiling. So this is the first time I'm boiling this. I had to take a pause because ginger has not been blended, and I need to blend that in. That's why I need to take this long pause. But it's not too long, honestly. It's just a few minutes to cut and boil. I hope you guys have subscribed to this channel. Honestly, this entire class I'm doing is people's master class, and I'm happy to share content anytime, any day. So please let me know if you have any other question. You can see my ginger right there looking as yellow and beautiful as ever. And I'm just going to put in some of the juice in the blender to blend it. Now it's a little bit cooler than when I use it to blend the cucumbers. So if you're about to ask me, should the Zobo juice cool down before I use it to blend, I highly recommend that. Please let it cool down before you use it to blend. This today was only an exception because I am in a hurry. So you need to plan your content. You need to plan ahead. I'm kind of a pro at this thing now, so I can do everything in one day. But trust me, is so overwhelming to cut fruit, blend fruit, juice fruit, then make zobo. I started making this zobo like 5:30 p.m. in the evening, and I finished by roughly 1 a.m. 1 a.m. 2 a.m. ish. It was not easy, rara, but still, what can we do? God came through. Anyways, I have juiced the ginger. I'm just going to put all of them in a plate. Since I'm boiling the zobo today, there's no point freezing this shaft. So another question I get, oh, what do you do with the shaft? So I blend the juice, squeeze the shaft, then I go ahead and boil the shaft with the zobo itself. So I have two-way vitamins. So I have vitamins from the boiled fruits, and I also have the freshly squeezed juice. I hope this makes sense. So I'm just putting everything in this pot. This is like the first batch of zobo, and I'm trying to make sure everything is in it. So this is the dates. I'm going to blend the dates also with the zobo juice. I'm just going to be blending a part of it because people have asked me, how do I use dates? I prefer, this is my best option for dates. I prefer to boil it with zobo juice, then juice it out. Then whatever is left of the shaft is still going to be very sweet, and I would boil the shaft with the zobo. So for this particular date, it did not have any seed in it, but for the Nigerian ones, I am very sure they have seed in it. So what I suggest you do is soak it, remove the seed because it's usually very dry, and soak it. Remove the seed before you soak it, and once it's soft enough, you put it in your blender and you blend it. You'll get something that looks like this right here. And now I'm going to be putting a portion of it in the zobo water that I'm about to boil. I'll just you don't have to put everything at once since you're still going to be boiling other zobo. This is the pineapple shaft. So after juicing the pineapple into the bottle I showed you earlier, this is the shaft, and I put it in the freezer because I didn't do the pineapple today. Remember I said that at the beginning here. So I'm just going to be putting a part of this in the zobo, and I'm also going to be using the pineapple back, which I think I have already put at this point. Honestly, if you follow this video, my voice note is just a plus. So I have cinnamon stick and I have canamperry, which is also known as cloves. They are actually very medicinal and healthy, and cinnamon stick has a particular fragrance to it that I love so much. So it makes me that's why I add cinnamon stick, and also it has its own vitamin nutrient. Zobo is very healthy, honestly, very, very healthy. I would say one of the healthiest drinks I've actually come in contact with. I've not made too much, but it's one of the healthiest because it has so many things going on. So for my watermelon, I also have two ways of doing it. This is the way I started doing recently. I started blending the watermelon before boiling it because I realized that when I just boil it straight, I don't sieve the watermelon. I don't use the juice of the watermelon straight into the zobo because it makes the zobo spoil on time. At least not right now. In the US, I have like constant electricity supply, so I don't have to worry about fermentation. But for Nigeria or any other country you're watching from, fermentation might be a problem, so please be careful with your watermelon. The way I squeeze the juice of the pineapple, I don't do that to watermelon. I boil it straight with the zobo. So no sieving for watermelon. For the orange, I sieved it after boiling it, after blending it. Voiceover is not easy. I squeezed it, and this is the shaft, and I'm just going to be putting the part of the shaft also in the zobo. So right now this zobo is already it's already boiling. I'm just going to give it time. So when your zobo start boiling, I suggest you wait a little bit. Don't just turn it immediately. Let it actually boil for like 10 minutes, and please remove the cover of your pot. We don't want to hear, oh my gosh, zobo spilled on it. Remove the cover of your pot because once it start boiling, it tends to spill. Next thing, I washed my bowl, my sieve. I hate the sieve. Please, anybody in Nigeria should help me, because people should buy sieve for me, the actual one, that one that Aboki used to sell, that has like is a scarf, a chiffon material. This one is one use. It's just annoying, and it will just open up. Anyways, now you see it's all boiled out. There's no leaf standing on the head anymore, and I'm just going to sieve it out of the hot pot. So at this point, I suggest you use a bowl, because we don't want any accident of you carrying a big pot of Zobo and it's spilling all over. So I've spilled. Then this is another important question. They asked me, what do you do with the shaft after the first boil? I turn it back into the pot, and I'm going to put some water in it, and I'm going to boil it again. But this time around, I am not going to be pouring the juice directly into this big bowl. I'm just going to be pouring it into a bucket, another bowl. I'll pour it inside. You just see how it goes, honestly. So at this rate, I'm not waiting for the Zobo to boil. I'm just going to let it warm up, because I still want the juice from the Zobo to have color. It's all in the bid of giving both quality, and that's why I'm doing this. You don't have to. You could just start boiling a new Zobo at every point. But for me, this helps me prevent watery looking Zobo or very light looking Zobo. So now you can see that the shaft is looking faded, it's no longer colorful, and this is the water. Did you see the water is still very dark in color? So instead of using regular water to boil my Zobo, down the second boiling of Zobo, I'm going to put all the fruits, all the shafts. This is the cucumber going in, mixed with the ginger shaft, the orange shaft, the date shaft, the pineapple bark. I'm going to put cloves, and I'm going to put cinnamon stick, just like when I was doing the very first batch of Zobo. But this time around, I'm not going to be using water to boil it. That's the difference. I'm going to be using this little extract I got from the last shaft of Zobo, and this is the process I would repeat until I'm done with making my entire Zobo. So this is actually very easy. I'm going to be putting the other shaft. I'm just going to be putting the shaft in proportions. I'm not going to put everything at once, because for this bowl of Zobo, I had to boil 5 solid times before I got this full bowl I wanted. So now I'm not going to be using normal water like I said earlier. I'm just going to be pouring this water right here beside it into the Zobo material already in the pot. Oh guys, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. I'm really excited I'm doing this again 2 years later. The second way to do your dates, for those who always ask. This one, I'm not going to be blending the dates. I'm just going to be putting it directly into the Zobo, and I'm just going to boil it. So for people that ask me, yes, and this is also the second way to do your watermelon. You can dice it and just throw it straight into the Zobo mixture. So I just wanted to show these 2 ways to clear the popular question, should I blend the dates, should I blend the watermelon? You can do it either ways. Both ways work. The only difference is, I think somewhere in this video I'm going to be showing you what the date looks like after boiling it. So this is the water from the last shaft. Did you see how thick it still looks? Now it's going to look even more, like it's going to look even thicker. And now I'm going to boil it. So this is the second time. This is officially the second time, although this will be the third time I'm boiling, but this is actually the second batch of Zobo I'm making. See, it's looking very red. It's not looking light. You can see how it looks like all the vitamins in the world are flowing on the head. The Zobo is actually very colorful. Anyways, once this boils for a while, I'm just going to turn it out. So now this goes into the official bowl that I used. I poured the very first Zobo into, not the bucket. So you see, so there's a difference between the bucket and the bowl. Anyways, I'm doing this video, this video, and I'm excited. I want to know all the people that started their business, Zobo business 2 years ago. How is it going? Where do you need help in? What's bothering you? Honestly, just throw it all on me. Okay, don't ask any question I've already answered, but any other new one, I'm really open to answering them. So yet again, I'm doing the same thing I did the last time, and this is the last time I'm doing it. I'm going to show you again how I do it. I'm just going to pour back the shaft, warm it up a little bit. It doesn't have to boil, so it's just a little bit warm. See, the color is still there, and I'm just going to be using the water I drain out from this to boil a new set of zobo. So this one goes into the bucket. This one does not go into the big bowl. It doesn't. So I'm just, see, now the shaft is looking lighter, like I suggested. Like I've told you before. Oh, Lord have mercy. Now I'm putting the fresh zobo leaf into the pot. I'm just showing this one more time, and the rest I'm going to do it off camera. And I'm putting enough cucumber, enough shafts, cucumber shafts, ginger shafts, date shafts, and as you can see in this old zobo shafts, you can see the dates still there. So the reason why I don't like boiling my dates and I prefer to blend it is because I feel like I gain more from blending it than boiling it directly. When you boil it directly, dates does not necessarily melt in boiling water, in boiling zobo, so it won't melt. So now in the end, you won't get enough flavor out of it, because if you taste this dates that is inside this shaft, it's still going to be very sweet. That means you're not getting everything out of the dates. So the best solution is, people of God, blend your dates. The watermelon, this particular time, I'm not blending it, just to show you that this is another way of doing your watermelon. Just dice it and pour so this is my new water. That's what this serves as. I'm not going to use ordinary water to boil my zobo, and I'm just going to be putting it back on fire, put my cinnamon stick, my cloves, and I'm just going to be boiling it up together. So see what the dates looks like. If you don't blend your dates, this is what you get. So this is the zobo juice. Everything I juiced out, from the cucumber, orange, pineapple, everything, honestly. And now I'm done with my zobo. All things bright and beautiful, honestly. And I'm just going to be pouring this now into the bowl. Don't forget, if you have any other question, this is an upgraded video, and I just still want to answer your question. I'm still the same girl from 2 years ago that wants to help you, so please drop your comments. And now the zobo has cooled down. I just poured in part of the juice. I think I'll pour in the other half shortly, and while I'm waiting for whatever reason to do that, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. This is the pineapple juice that I kept aside. See, it's really pineapple juice, nothing extra, and I'm just pouring it right into the big bowl of zobo, just to see. When you taste this zobo, you yourself will know that this is not regular, this is nutritious, this has fruits in it. You will be able to taste the real flavor of the juice. That's why I use fresh juice. And I'm just going to be pouring the whole mix for the cucumber, the ginger, everything. Just pour it right in and just allow it sit for a few minutes. See, I still have settlement on that. Rinse it in, pour it right in. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Tell somebody to tell somebody about my channel. This channel is about to get lit. Now moving on to the popsicle. I have my bowls ready. If you don't have these containers, there are other kind of containers you can use, but I bought this one because they are reusable, and even though it's more pricey, but you could buy the normal stick and buy like other kinds of containers. Then this one, I'm going to be using flavor. So for people that ask me about flavors, I don't use flavors. I use the zobo juice, but this one I just took a part of the juice. I already mixed it, but I took a part of it, and this is majorly for children. You want it to be sweet, and children have enough energy to burn sugar, so please give them sugar. not sugar, like give them something sweet, because that's the only way they are going to enjoy this. They are not going to enjoy Zobo in its natural form, which might still be a bit sour and not too sweet. So I'm just going to be putting not too much sugar because I already added flavor, which is also sweet, and just mix it. So if you are doing this in a large quantity, this is another way to expand your business. Add things like this to your business, and trust me, you are going to be going places, honestly, because I don't think a lot of people do this. So this is very nice. This is a very nice idea I'm bringing to your table. So subscribe, like, share, add a comment, turn on notification bell, do all the good stuff. I'm just going to be pouring it directly. There is no special mathematics to this, nothing special. The only special thing is boiling the zobo, letting it cool down, and finding the popsicle materials that suits your own need. If you have a sealing machine, I suggest you use this nylons, put it in it, seal it up, make it really nice, so you don't have to buy these fancy things, because children just like something that fascinates them. So at least make it fascinating. And this thing made me walk because it spilled it spilled on the table, but no big deal, it was all good at the end. So guys, I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you do, please let me know in the comment section. Just let me know if you really did like this video and you want to see more healthy drinks video. Let me know in the comment section. Just tell me, and trust me, I'll work on them. And look forward to this channel. Honestly, there are a lot of things coming in. I'm still doing international student series. I'm doing more juice, more healthy drinks. I'm just bringing back. So this is like Ayo 2.0. You never see anything. So I'm just going to finish doing this. I'm going to pack them up and I'm going to put them in the freezer. So the trick to popsicle is you want it to be frozen. You want it to actually be frozen. Children are fascinated by these things, so make it worth their time. So I'm just going to clean up now and take this to the freezer. And here is what the other Zobo look like. It was a lot of bottles. I bought these bottles from Ayoola. If you're in Nigeria, if you're in Abuja specifically, just go to Gariki Market. You'll find it there. It's not hidden. So a few days later, although you can do this in one day so long as your freezer is working and there's light. Anyways, let's unravel our popsicle. Let's see what it looks like. Let's see if it's worth the hype and if it's something that I can actually sell, because I'm also experimenting. I might just be selling this. I think I just launched a new product, guys. I now do Zobo Popsicle, so contact me for your Zobo Popsicle. New level unlocked. Contact me for your Zobo Popsicle for your children. If you have a party, I can make it in a larger quantity. This one, I only have 3 kids in this house, so yeah, this is basically for them. But if you want it, let me know. It will be nicely packaged. I'll probably come back here and show you guys when I eventually make it in large quantity. Anyways, I think they look gorgeous. Like, I can't wait for this for my nephews. I can't wait for them to try it, because I'm so sure they are going to be anti-ayoing me for a long time. Like, I'm going to be the best auntie today.
We love Zobo Popsicle!
What do you guys think?
Cool.
Cool?
I like it.
You like it? How about you, Asher? What do you think?
Yeah, I like it.
Joshua, what do you think?
Good.
Good? You ready to 10? Good job. Okay, guys.